Good morning, beloveds. It's a hot one out there today. We made a real effort to get to the park early because it was going to be hot. And so the benefit of that is then we got to come home earlier to get into the AC. So I actually had a chance to change my shirt. And I swear that my shirt weighs a couple of pounds more now when I took it off than when I put it on because it's soaked. There are definite benefits to living this far south. And then there are times like July that you kind of question the wisdom of living in Houston, Texas. So, okay. All right. Well, Susan, this one might be for you. I know you watch it a lot, so, and I appreciate that you are on it, and I don't see the comments anymore, so I don't necessarily, they don't pop up live. I try and go back and remember to look at them, so, I will say good morning, Susan, since I know you will watch this. All right. Oh, it is July 11th, and today the title is I Am Radiant with the Health of God. And I think that that is an excellent one for Houston, Texas right now, and Florida, and Arizona, and California, and everywhere else in the world. I am radiant with the health of God. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily. And that is from Isaiah. That is Isaiah 58:8. All right. So let's see in the month of freedom what Ernest has to say about the radiant health of God. Whatever we identify ourselves with, we tend to become. Whatever we think about gradually becomes a subconscious pattern, always tending to manifest itself in our experience. Therefore, we should endeavor to identify our physical bodies with the spiritual reality. That is the very substance and essence of the physical being. We do not deny the physical body, but rather affirm that every organ and action and function of the body is radiant with the perfection of God. There is an inner life of complete perfection that exists at the center of everything. Otherwise, nothing could be. We should identify ourselves with this perfect pattern of our being, claiming its reality in our experience, and continuously knowing that we are animated by the living Spirit. Today, I identify my body with the action of God, the radiant life of the divine being. Today, I identify my physical body with my spiritual body, claiming that they are one and the same. Therefore, I see that every organ, every action, and every function of my body belongs to the rhythm of life, is part of a radiant presence of the living Spirit. There is one divine circulation flowing through everything, flowing through me right now. There is one infinite rhythm at the center of everything. I am a part of this perfect whole. There is a perfect circulation, a perfect assimilation, and a perfect elimination. There is perfection in every part of my being, and wholeness and completeness. This physical body is a temple of the living Spirit that animates it, sustains it, rebuilds it after the image of its own perfection, and keeps it in perfect health, in perfect harmony, in perfect wholeness. Okay then. So I am radiant with the health of God. And the very first line is basic spiritual psychology. Whatever we identify ourselves, we tend to become. So, now, do not for 1 second take that as a spiritual bypass and think, okay, how did I cause whatever imperfection is in appearance? Okay? That's not what we're talking about here. What we are talking about is, what do you want? And focus on that. That is the true meaning of turn the other cheek. Don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you do want. So, like today, when we were in the park, we saw this runner, and she was gorgeous, and she's one of she's built to run. She's this nice, thin, well-muscled, she was wearing shorts and a tank top, and she moved beautifully. And Tom looked at her, and Tom said, "That's what you want. That's what you want to look like when you run." And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't have that body. So that's not what I look like when I run." But she was perfect for her. And it took me a little while to go, okay, well, I don't look anything like that, and I don't run anything like that, but I'm a runner. And I feel good when I run. So I identify myself as a runner. So whatever we identify ourselves with, we become. Am I going to be this amazing marathon runner? No, but that's not what I want. I just want to go run 3 to 5 miles. And that's what I do. I walk a lot, but I run 3 to 5 miles. I have sacrificed my consistency in running for speed, because when I put those little short walk breaks in, my speed has picked up a lot. We'll see what happens. So, whatever we identify ourselves with, we tend to become. So, I identify myself as a runner. But I'll also identify myself with the living spirit. I identify myself with the perfection of the presence. Amit Goswami, an interesting book to read is The Quantum Doctor, because he talks about the 5 bodies. And he talks about how healing happens. And he talks about the bliss body. And so when you hear Jesse talk about, Reverend Jesse, when you hear him talk about that place where nothing has ever been wrong, that's what Goswami is talking about with the bliss body. The bliss body is the perfect blueprint of you. And then it filters down into, he actually uses the word gross body, but he means material body. So I'm not going to use that word, material body. So it explains why healing can take time, because we have to go to the bliss body and then come back to the material body. So identify with your bliss body, not the material body. That's appearance. Identify with your bliss body. That's how healing happens. Read The Quantum Doctor. It's amazing. Whatever we think about gradually becomes a subconscious pattern. Spiritual psychology. Turn the other cheek. Focus on what you want, not what the appearance is. Focus on what you want. Always tending to manifest itself in our experience. So focus on the healing. Focus on the perfection. Focus on the wholeness. And remember, perfection does not mean flawless. It just means whole. All of the parts. Therefore, we should endeavor to identify our physical bodies with the spiritual reality, the bliss body, that place where nothing has ever been wrong, the perfect blueprint of you, that is the very substance and essence of physical being. We are made of God's stuff. So we have that power to bring that God stuff into our experience. That's what we're made of. It flows through us, and we just have to turn to it and focus on it, not the appearances. We do not deny the physical body, rather affirm that every organ and action and function of the body is radiant with the perfection of God. There is an inner life of complete perfection that exists at the center of everything. That place that Dr. Jesse talks at, Dr. Reverend Jesse, that Reverend Jesse talks about, the place where nothing is ever wrong. There is an inner life of complete perfection that exists at the center of everything, the bliss body. Otherwise, nothing could be. We should identify ourselves with this perfect pattern of our being, which is why I like calling it the bliss body, claiming its reality in our experience and continually knowing that we are animated by the living spirit. I mean, right there, that's the power statement. Continuously knowing that we are animated by the living spirit. The living spirit flows through us, in us, as us. Today, I identify my body with the action of God, the radiant life of the divine being. Today, I identify my physical body with my spiritual body, claiming that they are one and the same. I'm not worried about yesterday, and I'm not worried about tomorrow. Well, I'm not worried. But today I am claiming. Today, I identify my physical body with my spiritual body, claiming that they are one and the same. That bliss body is mine. Therefore, I see that every ache, every organ, every action, and every function of my body belongs to the rhythm of life, with the capital L. The rhythm of life is a radiant part of the is a part of the radiant presence, again, capital P, of the living spirit. There is one divine circulation flowing through everything. Flowing through me right now. Flowing through you right now. There is an infinite rhythm at the center of everything. God, whose center is everywhere and circumference is nowhere. I am a part of this perfect whole. There is a perfect circulation, a perfect assimilation, and a perfect elimination. So, perfect circulation, perfect assimilation, perfect elimination, meaning that what I need is flowing through me. It is flowing to me and through me. I am assimilating everything I need. I am taking in what I need. And a perfect elimination, meaning I'm letting go of what no longer serves me. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. If it is no longer necessary to my experience, I am eliminating it. I am letting it go. Perfect elimination. We don't need to hold on to it. If it no longer serves us, we do not need to hold on to it. There is perfection in every part of my being, and wholeness and completeness. This physical body is a temple to the living spirit that animates it, sustains it, and rebuilds it after the image of its own perfection, and keeps it in perfect health, in perfect harmony, and in perfect wholeness. All right, that is a healing. If I'm not terribly familiar with Jamie Lula. He's just recently come across my field of vision, and he sings this amazing song, and you can look it up because I found it. I think I found it on the Mile High website because he sang it there. There's a healing going on, and that is a song to listen to. Jamie Lula, Lula, I believe. There's a healing going on. It's amazing. And when I saw him sing it on the Mile High stage, and I think it was from 2012, he just sings it with so much emotion that you feel it. So look him up. I've given you all kinds of homework today. The Quantum Doctor by Amit Goswami and Jamie Lula's There's a Healing Happening Today. But, there's a lot of healing that needs to go on in this world. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Yeah. We got spirits to heal. And when When spirits heal, bodies will. All right. So our mission, should we choose to accept it today, is to identify the bliss body, to identify with the radiant health of God, to identify our physical body with our spiritual body, and to recognize the living spirit that animates it, sustains it, and rebuilds it after the image of itself. All right. Okay. I have class in a little bit, so I am going to go eat something. I encourage you to do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, do something loving for yourself today. I believe that when I say to open your windows and get some fresh air is now code for a fresh perspective. So make sure that you get some fresh air today and get some movement in your day, whatever that looks like to you. Run, walk, hop, skip, jump, laugh, sing, dance, whatever it is that you do, to make it a fantastic day. All right, beloveds. Reverend David will be on with you at sometime around 5 today. He's been very consistent lately, which, by the way, it takes 21 days to make a habit. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. and we are going to have the live stream right here at 11 tomorrow. Have a fantastic day, beloveds, and know that you are the beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased. Let that living spirit flow through you. All right, beloveds, have a wonderful day.